Hello, everyone. Good day and welcome to the 8 p.m. Eastern Daytime edition of One Global Movement Speak with Heart. How are you guys doing? Did you have a beautiful weekend? I did have a good weekend myself, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. My son turned 23 yesterday, and I started cooking different kinds of food and baking things to take to him because he goes to school out of state. And so I started preparation last Wednesday. And because some things take time, especially baking, things that you have to bake for him to keep for some time. Thank God for freeze drying of food, which is coming along. So yeah, and Saturday was so hectic. I was standing on my feet for a very long time, and I got sore, and my feet are still hurting now. But thank God, it's hurting for the right reason. So me and my friends, we traveled to Iowa. We drove there, and we attended church service with him and his stepbrother who came, and the mother. And after that, we went to this very delicious restaurant where you pick and choose your own foods and meats and condiments, and then they cook it right there and give it to you, and you eat. And we left from there. We went home. My friends, they did amazing things. That's why I always believe that there are so many good people in the world. I'm telling you, only the few people that are not so good that are making the world look bad. But there are so many good people. So I didn't expect what my friends did. I did not expect it, especially this one. She spent a lot. And the ice cream cakes are so expensive. Like we know it here from Dairy Queen, and she took care of that. Everything she's just asking before I want to do something. She already planned. So we went to church in two different cars, and then the other car was the step brother and the mother. And so my friend tricked me. Went with my son, was carrying out a conversation with my son, and in that process, she got everything that she wanted to do because I wouldn't let her do everything. And but it was fun, and I'm so happy to share this because when we are talking about celebrating children, when we are talking about inclusion, when we are talking about not just celebrating their achievements or their lives, celebrating even failures, because failures is because they did not give up, they're still trying. And failure is part of growth. And when you fail your way to success, you realize later on that you have built a very solid, firm rock foundation for yourself that would last for posterity. So we were so happy. It was amazing. I got very good pictures. Some of them I've posted them online. You will see he is a gentle giant. We come from a family of giants. Me and my dad, just two of us are the little ones. But if you look at my brothers, they are tall and huge, like generals in the army. That's my son too. And so, yeah, it was fun. Let us really celebrate our children. Let us make them feel and live and know and hear that we love them, truly loving them. Because when you love your own child the way it's supposed to and nurture them the way they're supposed to, it feels so good. You feel happy. And the connection between you and your children, this positive vibration is there, and it makes you feel so happy. I am really so grateful for my son. I would never trade anything in the world for my son. He is a gentle giant, very humble, very, very peaceful, very giving. He focuses on his studies. He's 23. He's not dating, nothing. He said, Mommy, I need to. You taught me to empower myself spiritually, educationally, economically, and financially strong, and even building relationships so that you learn how to choose, not just jumping into a relationship uh, based on love. Number one, you need to get into a relationship that is God based. It's built upon the foundation of God. So that when that is there, because some misunderstanding is going to come somewhere along the line, and it happens, which is part of life. Then we'll know, these kids will know how to handle it. So it was good. It was good. So he turned 23, and we were happy. And I just wanted to share with you guys, not for any reason, but to know that when we are talking about things for these children, we have to set the examples. We have to speak from the standpoint of examples, not just talking for other people to do. We ourselves must show that example. We must be role models. And this boy is bent on helping children to read, instilling the early spirit of reading in children before they turn 3, because he was reading. Me and the dad were bent on doing that, and he was reading before he turned 3 years old. He's also helping a lot of students, even his friends that don't understand higher math concepts or math concepts in general, because that's what he likes. His brain is all of those kind of things. I don't know how he does it. I won't do that, because he himself taught me math too when I was going to school. So it's amazing. This is how we need to bring up our children, because every child can do something. Every child can publish a book. He's published 2 books internationally, children's book, and he keeps writing, because if children cannot read, through pictures, they can just automatically, they will start to read. When a child sees the picture of a cat, they will know it's a cat, or a pear, they will know it's a pear, or the picture of Winnie the Pooh or whatever, they will know. So pictures are very important. Like some people are kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners are people that learn seeing the objects. You match the words with pictures, and kids understand it even better. And a lot of our kids, if we take the time to focus on them and see what they are doing from the very first 5 years, you're going to automatically know what your child is going to be in the future. They will grow up, they want to change their mind, and we'll let them change it, because that is part of finding their identity. So they'll change their mind, but they'll still come back to the same thing that they started as a child, which is their own gift. That's how my son was doing. He would change his mind. I proposed to him, go be a medical doctor. I said, no, mommy, I don't want to see blood. I said, okay, go be a lawyer. I said, no. He chose something else. We kept quiet. He chose another one. In the end, he said, you know what, mommy, I'm going to do my aerospace engineering. I'm not anything else. That's who I am. Because he likes flying things. He likes to build. He is that kind of a child that does not sit still. He wants to build this. He wants to do this, So I'm saying this because we must watch our children. We will know what they want, or if they're having some challenges, because there is I need to look for that word that I'm forgetting. There is a name for learning disability. So we need to make sure that we dictate those things and start working on them very young, So those things help a lot. So it was fun. Let us celebrate our children. If your child is having a birthday, this is also the period where kids are going to start graduating. Some of them have. Bring them here. This is part of One Global Movement providing these kind of tools to children. So we begin an era of totally a different way of transforming children by really making sure that these children are included in their own upbringing. These children will carry out conversations, looking at them in the eye. These children know how to shake people's hands. You shake people's hands and you look them straight in the eye with respect. You talk to them, you communicate with people looking at them in the eyes. So important. Even though I know that some cultures are against that, but we need to teach these children the best way possible. And I thank God. I almost told my son that I would not want to come. But if I didn't go, I would have been regretting it now, because he wasn't going to be happy. Who else would go? Who else will go if I didn't go? So that is so important. So thank you guys so much. The managing director is here already. And I can see our regulars here. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And, there was some confusion today. And thank God that the managing director was there to hold this meeting, that we learn a lot, and we're going to make sure that things work well. We said we're going to start on O Connect. From today we did. But what happened was I think people didn't get that idea that we're going to transition. So we did it in a way that was not the best way, because like we discussed today with the managing director, we're supposed to do it little by little, set the same time for O Connect and StreamYard, and then we'll be on StreamYard for 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and then later on we gradually migrate all our supporters and our audience and everyone, and we keep doing that for some time till we get our regulars. I know that we have about 25 or a little bit more staunch people that really support One Global Movement from their hearts. I mean, people that really support One Global Movement and children, which this platform does, which I believe 1.4 million founders, if they have the love for children, not just for self, they will want to be here. But not everybody is the same, right? And we can force people to do things that they don't want to do. But we are here for children, and I am here at least for the long haul, like I said, until I take my last breath, because this is the number one noble jobs in the world for anyone to do. Because when we see what our children are going through in the world, the confusion, the mental illness, the low self-esteem, and the oppression, and a lot of other things, we want to make sure that we do this, because I'm a mother. And if I don't do this, who else is going to do it? I need to do it. Do it for me, number one. Do it for my children. And remember, I adopted 9 children, and I'm going to be adopting more, and do it for my son. So this is very, very important for me and for children in the world, and for you guys who are right here in the chat. So thank you guys so much. And Jody Nancy, Nancy Jody, Jody Nancy, the dancing queen. If you feel as to hop on the panel here, this panel is for each and every one of you. Anytime that you want to come and say something, remember, we want an all inclusion. We want choices for our children, and we need to do that by demonstrating this stage is not for just Mundih. It's for everyone, everyone, if you need to. But nonetheless, your contribution in the chat too it's a big deal. So we need to make sure we share this One Global Movement to all our groups, whether it is families, friends, all over the world, because we need, this is a movement. We need all children, all households in the world. We have to really meet these children, plus those that are still going to be born. So this is how it is. We need to share in your platform, because you're helping your own self by sharing that. You're helping children in your community. It is only through us that we can do these things. And don't forget to put the big thumbs up and subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell, because that is going to help grow One Global Movement and grow children, and also to help others and YouTube to know that the content that we are providing here is valuable for children, young people, and of course, families as well. So thank you guys so much for being here. And now we're going to, so just so you guys know, if because the graphic designer might not be able to produce the graphics that we will post for StreamYard, because she says she's sleeping. When she wakes up in the morning, she can do that. If she cannot do that, she'll then do it against Wednesday. So we're going to be posting two each. So 10 minutes to 15 minutes on StreamYard, and then we migrate to O Connect the same time frame, right? And so tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime, please let us, it's the same time, join O Connect. Join O Connect. And if you cannot join the Facebook WhatsApp group, so that we'll be posting those things there. You can also put your information there. The managing director will be monitoring those groups, because I'm not able to monitor all those groups, the general group in particular, none of those groups. So other people are doing it for me, so that I can focus on other things. So tomorrow is all Connect, but we're going to start the migration immediately. The graphics for YouTube and StreamYard has been produced, and then we'll do it that way. And keep sharing. But we need quality people here. people that have the heart for children, people that want to make sure that we transform the world using what Mr. Ash Mufarah has blessed us with. People that know that, you know what, I have to do something. And remember, today we are not promised tomorrow, but we are here today. Let us do the best that we want to do now, because for some reason, if we are not here tomorrow, we know that we have done the very best. We have emptied out ourselves into these children, into the universe, into the world before we leave this stage, right? So thank you so much. We are now in the mindset series number 52. Now it says, the theme, everything in life takes a process. Yes, everything in life takes a process. Enjoy the journey and the process. Why do I have to say everything in life takes a process? Number one, first of all, we need to know that before we came here, it took a process for us to be here. It took a process. Number two, we want to instill in our children the idea of do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't depend on another person, because we all know what dependency can do to our children and us. It would damage us economically, financially, and mentally, and otherwise. It would damage our reputation. It would damage our self-esteem. If you depend on people, people will give you according to how they want. They will give you, they will tie you on this string, and then they'll give something to you, and then pretty soon they pull it a little bit back. They don't want you to gain that independence, right? So dependency is not a very good thing. So we want to make sure these children know that every good thing in life comes with some work. It is a journey, and that journey does not always go smoothly. You have to have some bumps. You have to have some hiccups, just like Mr. Ash Mufarah and the builders are doing with O Connect. We have tested O Connect again and again and again, and they keep revamping it, keep adding and reducing and doing all of that, because that is life. Even us, we were conceived, we were born, nurtured, we grew up, we attended school. Now we continue to go more and more. And then after that, what happens? We get old, right? It's a process. Even talking here, it takes a process. For you to come here to support One Global Movement and children, it takes a process. You must have thought about it, and then you prepared for it, and then you come here. So everything takes a process. We want our children to know, not them to think that, you know what, I come from this rich family and things are going to come to me easy. We realize, if you look all through in the world, children of these very rich people who were not properly brought up, they depended on housemates, house servants, and they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to do things for themselves. And for the parents to bring these children that way, they don't know what is going to happen tomorrow when they are not there. And these children, they get confused. They actually sink into depression because they thought that things were just a click of the mouse and they will get it the way the parents taught them, because they come from rich families. Riches doesn't mean that we ruin our children. We have to teach our children that everything in life takes a process. Think about chewing food. What do? If you don't chew it well, does it digest well and your body absorb the nutrients? No. Think about going to school. It takes a process. Everything in life takes a process. We are speaking here, it takes a process. So we need to, these are basic things in life, natural things that we are created with, that our children need to understand all of these things before they get into anything. So the quote for today is, God lets everything happen for a reason. God lets everything happen for a reason. It's all a learning process, and you have to go from one level to another level. And that is by Mike Tyson. You know the boxer? Yes. Before he got to where he was, it took him years of doing it and failing and getting back up and doing it again. And now he's one of the greatest boxers in the world. You talk about Muhammad Ali, the same thing. You talk about You talk about Angelina Jolie. I love Angelina Jolie a lot because she is a staunch supporter for children and women. I love her a lot. And then true love, remember this, this is so natural to us. True love doesn't happen right away. Of course, when you maybe you see somebody that you love, you wanna date that person with the hope that you're gonna marry that person. True love doesn't happen right away. It has an ever growing process. True love has an ever growing process. It develops after you've gone through many ups and downs, when you've suffered together, cried together, laughed together, take action together. But remember, don't stay in an abusive relationship or an abusive friendship, or you want to belong to a group in school when it is not good for you, just because we are saying here that true love takes a process to develop. Certain situations is a no-go zone. You let it be and you keep moving ahead and do what you need to do for yourself. So to explain this concept that everything in life takes a process, to young people and our children, you can use relatable, simple examples from everyday life. Yes. And I just quote some of those examples. And here we have so many of them here, but I'm going to be talking on a few, which we can really practice every day with our children. We are even practicing sometimes without knowing. Because think about it. If you have to go to work, isn't that a process? You get up in the morning, you take a shower, or you say your morning rituals, your morning prayers, you take a shower, you eat breakfast, you drive to work. Do you just appear at your job? And when you are at the job, what do? Do you just sit and the money comes? No. Everything in life takes a process. There is a saying that enjoy the journey of that process. Enjoy it. Because if you're waiting to enjoy the outcome of that journey, you lost everything, right? So enjoy the journey as you go through the process of everything in life. We are here, we are going through the process of building these monuments. We are building this one global movement for posterity, but we have to do it in collaboration with one another. We don't know where we live, but this is a kind of a monster that Mr. Ashmufara created, bringing us together, the first global family together. What else is there? This is amazing. This is a great thing. And now we are communicating with one another like we knew one another. This is welcome to the era of internet, AI, artificial intelligence. So this is beautiful. I love it. I really love it. So let us take the process, nature's process. Nature's processes. Actually, there are so many processes in nature. Talk about, you see, natural process like you are growing a plant. But let us talk about the process of creation first, because whatever we are doing, it first of all came from creation by Almighty God. Now, when we go to the book of Genesis, when you take the time to read the book of Genesis several times, because I talk about the scripture a lot, not because I'm a pastor, no. Not because I'm so gospel or a church goer, no. This is the very that I grew up reading. And it has been in my mind, my heart, my entire being. And I love it because I now come to realize that anything that we do in life is right inside there. We have to take the time to read it and know what it's talking about. So talking about the process of creation, what did God do? God created the first human being in the world, Adam. And God stepped back and realized that Adam is going to be lonely. So he understood the importance of relationship, building relationship, or the importance of coming together as a family, or the importance of belonging to the same part. So God stepped back and said, you know what? Adam is going to be lonely. I'm going to create a companion for Adam. What did God do? He performed that miracle that he does as God that you and I cannot perform. Adam fell asleep, deep asleep. What did God do? Removed Adam's ribs and manufactured the woman and placed that woman on Adam's left hand side to be his companion, but not to be something to trample upon, to be his companion, but still the man becomes the leader, right? Because a good leader will not want to trample on anyone. A good leader wants to see people as equals. So God did that. And later on, God created the entire world. And he realized that this was just like an open space without trees, without animals, without anything. What did God do? He created the seas, the deep waters. He created the deep waters. And he realized that the waters were just so vast. And this was not good. What did he do? He separated people. He separated humans from the waters. There is water on the ground beneath us, and there is water above us, some in the form of rain. And then we are in the middle. And this happens these are all the miracles. I think with a lot of time we take these things for granted, and we do not wow these things. We do not look at them with some kind of wowness to say, wow, how can this happen? If you're like me, I will even admire the lake behind my home. I see the waves. I'm like, this is something, I love to admire it, and then I take pictures. So that is what God did, right? Separated them and then created the animals. Think about Noah and the ark. Think about Noah and the ark. When God commissioned Noah, because Noah listened to him and said, during this time, I am going to send the floods to wipe the surface of the earth, especially because there were too many bad guys, right? And God instructed Noah, and Noah listened. Start building an ark. When that time comes, you're going to send 2 animals each into the ark, right? Because water is going to flow. Noah started immediately without wasting time. And that ark was not built for 1 day, 1 year, 2 years. It was built over a long period of time. What did others do? Others that did not believe, they didn't have the faith. They started laughing at Noah. So what is this crazy man doing? What are you doing there? And you keep doing this thing. Noah did not mind, because Noah knows God was dwelling in him, guiding him to what to do. And when that time came, Noah put 2 animals each, but God had him tested it. Put 2 animals each into the ark. The ark was so big. And then they got into, Noah and the family got into the ark. Guess what? It started raining 40 days and 40 nights. And these people, they were laughing, they didn't care. But guess what? The reality sets in. The floods came, the water was rising. They started climbing trees, thinking that they're going to escape from the waters. What happened? It kept raining. It wiped all mankind from the surface of the earth, especially those that did not obey God. And they were gone. So Noah stayed there until we call it in Africa, in Cameroon, the dry season. The dry summer came. And God instructed Noah to make sure that the flood was gone. Noah would send 1 bird out. If the bird did not come back, know that it was still dangerous outside. He kept doing that until he sent this bird. The bird went and came back with an olive branch on the beak and came back. That was a great announcement to say that it is good. We can now go out. And that is how the next family started. And thereafter, God promised never, never to wipe people through with the flood, right? So this is a natural process. And some of us, we are here, we don't know that things have to take a natural, we think we are entitled. We want to take this out of our children. We talk about the government a lot. What is the government doing? The government is corrupt. The government is that. What are we doing? Have we ever taken the time to ask ourselves, what are we doing for the government? Imagine, look at the roads, good roads that we are driving in. We have water. We have a lot of things, right? One person or one body cannot do everything. It's hard, especially when there are bad guys in there. Things are hard. And so now we are here from Unpassive. We are going to be the correction to the corruption, not just government corruption, not just talking about money. Correction to why these children are even suffering in the first place. Correction to those that are suppressing the world, going to seize things that don't belong to them. Corruption to know that, hey, you cannot just sit and trying to impose your own way of life on other people, because that is killing. Corruption to know that the healthcare system is open to every child. Every child deserves treatment. Corruption to make sure that every child gets up and eats at least 2 good meals a day. Why not 3? And snacks. Corruption to know that God gave everything, gave us too much. He said, go and occupy the earth. I give you the authority to dominate, take dominion over the entire earth. And we are here, we are complaining. It is poverty of the mind, because we take our thoughts and we control ourselves. Now we begin to blame other people. So this is where we are. So natural processes, talk about like the natural process. We just talk about the natural process of a plant. Now the planting season is going to come. If you are in the United States like me, you will know what I'm talking about. It's coming, and I'm so excited because I have this acre, half an acre of land that I'm going to be doing the gardening and teaching students, teaching children, teaching all of us here, for children to learn to plant, to eat from their own backyard. Plant one thing, maintain that, teach the child, and then they plant two. Excuse me. And the scripture says, don't buy a home without having a piece of land for your garden. And don't even build a home without really preserving a piece of land to do your own gardening. Gardening has a lot of good things, and which we talked about, and we're going to keep talking about that. So we need to, because otherwise we are pushing our own children into fast foods that we don't know how they cook those foods that are not healthy for the children's bodies. This is so important. So we now have explain how a seed needs time. When you plant a seed, does it just, let's say you plant a tomato plant, does it just bear tomatoes just like that? No. You first of all have to nurture the area. What is your area like? Is it a good area? Does it need natural manure, or it can just grow like that? We need time to plant the seed. We water it. You nurture it, you water it, and then let it grow in the sunlight, and then now you make sure that the weeds, you have to pluck the weeds. You have to weed your garden. Otherwise, these obnoxious weeds are going to choke your plant, and there will be no harvest. And you're going to plant and leave it. There are some women in the village where I was born in Cameroon. These women don't like to do anything. They will go and plant certain things. They will leave it in the grass. They don't weed it, but they expect to eat. Now they go and start harvesting in the bush. When if they weed their things, they nurture it, they water it, they could have done better, right? So now, skill development for children. It takes time to develop skills, such as riding the bike. Think about a toddler that you're going to teach that toddler how to ride a bike. What do? You buy the 3 wheels, the little toddler bike, 3 wheels. I bought that for my son. Even, you have to continue to teach them. They're going to fall, but those 3 wheels, they are supportive so that not to hurt the child. Eventually, they will get it. And when they grow up, they start riding their bike. And sometimes you can play with them. You are on your own bike. They are on their own process. It takes a process for a baby to even start walking, right? Everything in life takes a process, but it takes practice. Most importantly, practice, patience, and gradual improvement on these things to become proficient at something. You don't just get up and know how to do something. You have to keep doing it and failing and failing. Eventually, you'll fail your way to success, and appreciate it, because failure is the biggest part of building a solid foundation. This is so important. So this demonstrates that progress isn't instantaneous. Progress is not instantaneous. It does not come with a click of the mouse. It doesn't. And it requires constant effort. You don't stop making an effort or trying until you exit the stage of this life. That is just what it is. And we need to make our children know that, so that they don't believe that they're entitled to things. You see some kids here, they are being so naughty. And they are grown up. They be like, oh, the government didn't give me this. I used to work at a state hospital here. And this is a mental state hospital. And the patients there, they think that the government has to give them pocket allowance. And because the government has shown that to them, now if the money doesn't come, oh, then they start cussing the government. They didn't give me the F this, the F that. They didn't give me what I need. They never even worked for it. They have not even taken the time to think if they can appreciate that government. They just think that they're entitled. And now we talk about cooking. I love to cook. So long as I see mouths to eat, I love to cook. Someday you guys are going to visit, we will cook and we will eat, we will dance and we will sing. I think Mr. John Barilla, prepare your songs for those moments so that you'll be singing. So we're going to do a lot of that. And that is the reason why my feet are so sore from cooking, but still I'm happy that I did it. It's a good thing. I love to cook from scratch because those are organically made meals that are healthy for us and our children. So we have to discuss, like baking, for example, the process of baking. And baking, what do you have? Did you gather your ingredients? You gather your ingredients. Now you describe to the person that you're cooking with. If they don't know, you describe this ingredient. What is it for? Thank God that by the grace of God, we'll be writing everything that we are cooking. We're writing the ingredients and the process in a One Global Movement book, and we disseminate it to these children. And that is why we always urge people to talk here, come with different aspects from your own culture, because we have these cultures all over the world so that every child can fit in every culture when we produce those tools for them to use. Not just children, even adults. There are some adults that have never cooked anything. They just go to the restaurants and they eat. Cooking is very good. Good exercise, and you're cooking your own meals. You know that it is clean, it is organic. You know that you're using the best oils like virgin olive oil. You know what you're doing. I love to cook. Once in a blue moon, I will go to the restaurant once in a blue moon, because we are building an all-round child. All these children, we need to build them all round, because it's going to be a certain time, maybe because of an emergency, or maybe you're not well, you may want to order from outside. That is perfectly fine. But make sure you're looking at the menu to see what you're ordering. And salads and fruits must be part and parcel of these meals. Very, very important. So we talk about personal growth. And we can share stories of personal growth to share them with our children. We talk about the time when you had to work through challenges. It's not like just physical growth, personal growth and development. Okay, we talk about OnPassive. OnPassive is here as a big example. People like me, now I know things about the algorithms, artificial intelligence, the high tech, without even going to school for it. Why? Because I've been in OnPassive and I take the time to do so. And I know all of us here are taking the time to study these things, and we are getting them. It takes a process. It always does. Nobody just gets things just like that. It always takes a process to do anything in life at any given time in life. It takes a process. Nobody should fool anyone. It takes a process. So now we talk about hard work through challenges and reach a goal. How do you reach your goal? Now I have this One Global Movement goal that I started since I was young as 11, because it came out of adversity that I went through, and through the mentorship of my beautiful grandmother, training me even in the bush and other places. I learned how to build that resilience, determination, and hard work, knowing that everything takes a process. We just read a quote from Mike Tyson that said, everything happens for a reason. Even though it is painful when some of those things happen, we have to find the purpose of that thing. Considering what I went through, and I have scars all over my body, I could have given up, but I was wondering, why me? I have to do something. And I decided, starting from the village, I was the courier, writing and walking barefoot like an hour plus to the post office to mail those letters, doing farming, gardening, selling things, little things. Those things have stuck with me, and I'm still doing them, and I'm happy. So it takes a process. When you're going through a challenge, just don't get too mad. Of course, anger is part of us, but bitterness is what will poison us. Bitterness is like cancer eating us slowly. But when you're angry, come back to that point to say, okay, I'm going to chill out, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to see what I can do when I calm down. That is good, because all those emotional traits, we are born with them, but it depends on how we utilize them. That is the most important thing. But everything takes a process. We have to emphasize on the journey and the lessons learned along the journey. We're not just rushing to go and get apples without going through the journey of unpassive. Have you transitioned totally to all connect? Have you helped somebody that needs help, or somebody that came to unpassive through you? We have to take the time. Investment in something or in somebody to go through a process is investment first for ourselves. You become happy, and you don't rush. You become happy with yourself knowing that you took the time to help this person. Even if the person does not understand the first time, we do not bash that person for not understanding it. We do not say, oh, it's simple. Everyone can understand it. Not everyone. We don't understand the mental state of that person. We don't, even though the person might just be healthy and talking, and you don't understand the mental state of that person. This calls for us not to be judgmental, especially when we're trying to go through a process of something with someone. People learn differently. We have to take the patience to go through the process to understand people, right? And a lot of time is to pay attention, to listen, and to make sure that these children know that we pay attention. If you should see the way my son glows when I pay attention. When I don't, say, Mommy, are you even listening? Can you please put this away and pay attention, Mommy? Then yes, we need to do that. So it takes a process. The process of storytelling. It takes a process to somebody like John Barilla, who throughout his life, his career has been acting. It took a process. You have to practice, you have to rehearse, you have to make sure that you put the action and the body language that it requires. Everything takes a process. And then we talk about visual aids. We have to draw or show diagrams. I talked about that before. Show diagram that represents stages in a process, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, right? That process is very good, because I love to know how did this caterpillar turn maybe into an imago and then later on into a butterfly, the cocoon. All of those things, we want to make sure that we understand the process. It's amazing. It's a miracle seeing that a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. But it has to go through a process of transformation into this cocoon that sometimes when we are doing gardening, you see this thing like this. That is a stage. Let us not destroy that, because those things are there for a reason, and they're also contributing to the ecosystem, and also preserving our soils. That is very, very important. So this visual representation helps children to see the transition from one stage to another, even us. And then we will learn to appreciate people when we do this. So let us encourage questions and discussions to ensure that our children and all of us understand the concept of process. These examples and explanations can help our children and young people, and even us, to really take hold of the idea that growth and change are a part of life, and that patience, persistence, and following a process are key to achieving every goal and dream in this life. You do not get in life what you want. You get in life who you are. Let us remember that and teach our children. Nobody gets in life what they want. They get in life who they are. Who are you? Do you take the time to follow a process, or you just want a quick scheme that says, oh, you're going to get rich tomorrow when you do this, you do that? I have lost money in that. I learned to not listen to those people, because I paid, it wasn't even that much, 30 something dollars for a speaking a course, and they say you would do that money was gone. It was gone. I said, you know what? That is my what did I call it? I call it oh, I forgot the name. I call it something like that is my own sacrifice. I said that is my sacrifice. Let him take it, but goodness is going to come out of that, and goodness came out. It depends on how you frame your things going through the process, that is going to resonate and come back to you. So what are the benefits of diligently going through the process of doing something? What are the benefits to young people? What are the benefits to you? What are the benefits to children? There are so many benefits that we gain going through the processes of doing something. It has numerous benefits, and we have to take the time to enjoy those benefits through that journey, and beyond just simply achieving a specific goal and say, hey, I did this, and then be flipping our mouth and say, I did it. No, we seal our mouth and do it. And if we want to share it, we share it with all our heart to help the other person, right? And we have so many benefits. Number one, learning and skill development. We always talk about this. When you go through the process, it builds in you learning, the desire to continue to learn, and skills you continue to acquire along the journey of process. Learn to do that. Enjoy it. Don't just rush to get the apples. Make sure that you are enjoying the process, because you see some of the billionaires and millionaires we have that are truly happy with their wealth. They took the time to go through the process and they were enjoying the journey. What did they do? They're writing it down. You see me? That's why I write all the time. What happened today? It's right there. What I'm going to do is right there. Then in the future, these are the things that you take to teach your children, or you come out with family archives of books that you will leave behind for posterity. Remember, we have to build a legacy with unpassive, a legacy with our lives, a legacy with what we are doing, because that legacy is going to live after you. I am still, Jim Rohn is long gone. He's still my mentor. He's still my mentor. Mr. Brown is there. He's old. Someday he's going to be gone. He's still going to be my mentor. Mr. Ashmafari is here. He's going to be gone someday. We all are here. We're going to be gone someday. But what have you built? What monuments, what empires have you built that is going to be to really be celebrating you when you're gone? That is what we are called here to do. And I want to say Mr. Ash Mufare has put us together to do just that. And I am bent on doing that every day, and I'm happy to do it. So when you follow the process, it builds resilience and adaptability. Yes, it builds that resilience. You do it again, it didn't go well, you fall, you get back up. It builds in you to know that, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to throw the towel in and call it quit. No, I will still do it. I'm going to prepare. I'm going to use a different strategy. I'm going to think over it and to see. When you build yourself up like that, going through that process, oh, your resilience will be strong. Nobody can tamper with you. That's what I was doing. They'll beat me up. I will cry, but I will still say it anyhow. They beat me up. I will still do it anyhow. I was determined. I said, I will, and I will. I said, I'm going to be the first person in my family to eradicate hunger, to eradicate illiteracy, poverty, and abuse. That's what I was saying. I didn't know what I was doing, because there is some kind of a thing when you are determined to do something. God breaks the floodgates of opportunity for you, and things begin to fall in place. And you have to do, nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody. You have to do it. And then when we go through the process, we self-discovery and growth. We self-discover who we are. We tell our children they discover their identity and who they were created to be by just going through the process, going through the journey and loving and enjoying it and being grateful for the journey. All of these things will help us through the process. And when we do come out on the other side, we will be happy, and your happiness is your health, and your health is your wealth. This is not magic. It's just a natural process. We need to take the time to do that. And then it also builds in our children creativity and innovation. Talking about creativity and innovation, we are going through unpassive artificial intelligence right now with amazing people that are teaching us these new concepts, right? So working through a process will often involve creativity. From one thing you adjust it again, and then another new fresh concepts comes along, you add it on top of it, you continue to be creative and being innovative as you find unique solutions and approaches to what you are building. Like Mr. Ashmufara say, I am building a monster. I'm building a monster. And he is building a monster. Those monsters are us. And we are here now building another monster, one global movement. And a movement that is the heart and the core of why Mr. Ashmufara built Unpassive for the future, for our children. And we are now implementing it in one global movement and into our various endeavors. And remember, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Whatever we are doing in life is still the same thing. It's still building the future. It's still building our children. No matter whether it is clean water supply, no matter whether it is buying 10 accounts for one global movement, Mr. John Perilla did, no matter whether it is posting and inviting people or actually helping people subscribe, doing whatever it takes, we are investing in ourselves. What you put in, be ready for what is going to come out. Whatever we put in, that is the exact amount of what we're going to receive. Sometimes it is even more because we took that time to put it in with all our heart, with our prayers and everything, knowing that we're not just doing it for selfish reasons, knowing that we're doing it for the best quality, and so that children can be empowered all around the world. So consistency and discipline also comes from going through the process. It also builds in children and us a leadership and collaboration. Leadership and collaborations comes with good communication. All of those things are things that are built along the way when we go through the process and enjoying the journey as we go along. And then it also builds in children a good sense of accomplishment and confidence. Imagine this little me. If they had told the people that were doing those bad things to me in that village in Cameroon that Yvonne will be here today helping other children, nobody would have imagined that. But those things built in me a strong sense of accomplishment and the confidence to move on regardless of what was being done to me. And this is how we have to teach our children to be determined. And then when we go through the processes, it's very incremental. It is a process that will increase our children and will make them to be so sustainable that it will take them longer in life because they are building that future by going through the process without whining, without complaining, without fussing, without blaming, without pointing fingers at people. You focus on you and your process and your journey and learn to appreciate it. And then we have enjoyment and fulfillment. What else? What else? We're going through the process of Unpassive right now, right? We're doing that. And guess what? Pretty soon, like Mr. Ashmufara says, empower yourself. Do it for yourself. Do it for your children, your family. Who are those people in your family? Even if they had cursed you out like me, they've cursed me several times because they're trying to dupe me out of my money. I don't want to give anymore because they can do their own. Even they curse you, guess what? You still go and help them. But you help them knowing that their money maybe is sipping beer all the time and getting drunk. No, you want to teach them to do it. Other than that, look for people. There are people around the world in our communities that we want to help them. Some people, they can't do it for themselves, like they're disabled. We want to be able to build homes that we can put these people in, or we also build homes for our older folks who the kids are grown, they move away, they're not paying attention. And loneliness is what is killing them. We build these homes and then we put good communities together so that these parents, we can even build communities for older people and young people. This way, that's my idea. We are creating jobs for these young people to be helping these older folks and thereby building communities, bringing the family system back together. This is so, so important. So overall, the process of doing something helps you grow personally and professionally, business-wise, building a strong foundation for future successes, for your own happiness, for your own health, and your own mental stability. It does a lot of great things. So let us go through that. And uh, I'm talking now to the managing director. If there's anything that you want me to talk about here or to announce, let me know, please. All right. Thank you so much. And of course, he was the first person here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with heart. Please feel free to comment here in the chat as you listen. Hello, Juanita Slack. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. We love you. Come again and encourage others to come. Thank you so much. Hello, greetings, brothers, sisters, on Perseverance from Juanita Slack. Thank you so much, Juanita. Thank you for welcoming everyone here. And of course, we have our brother, Levi Mamabolo from the sunny Pretoria. Thank you so much, Levi, for being here. We highly appreciate you. And he says, my esteemed family of hashtag One Global Movement. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to One Global Movement. Hashtag Speak with Heart. Hashtag Yvonne Mundih. Hashtag Dr. Benny in Tinglet. Yes, thank you so much for that. We highly appreciate that. Thank you. And it says, hi, King Brother John Barilla. And of course, our dancing queen, Nancy, is here. How are you doing, Nancy? I am hoping that everything is getting better. Thank you so much for always being present here for our children. And of course, we have our Momin family here, Galion Momin. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. We love you. And we have Maxie P. Smith. Thank you so much for being here this evening from my end to One Global Movement. And thank you, Levi and Nancy, for saying hello to everyone. And thank you for saying hello to one another here. Thank you. And hello, folks. Welcome to One Global Movement evening session. Yes. And Nancy says, happy birthday to our son. More blessings, good health, prosperity, happiness, joy. We love you. Thank you so much. And the beautiful virtual gift. Oh my God, celebration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the cake. He will certainly receive you guys' greetings and celebrations. And there are a lot of them on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. We are a family. This is how we celebrate our children. And Kamalesh, how are you? Success is nothing but health and happiness. Thank you so much, brother. Your contribution are so rich. I love the way you contribute. Thank you so much. And our managing director says, I noticed a lot of folks here that did not make our O Connect today. I hope that will change. YouTube is fine, but we want to have all of you as often as possible here and on O Connect. Certainly, yes. Because why? O Connect is our ultimate platform that we're going to be using. So we want to start coming there and get used to it, and while learning the features as we go along. And it's also going to help us to extend a link out so that people can come and start enjoying these 3 free products: O-Mail, O-Net, and O-Trim, that they don't have. These are products that are clean, they are safe, they are valuable for our children and families. So if you want to have a meeting with a friend that is not a founder, they don't have a founding account, what do? What I do is I said, what I'm doing, I'm going to send you a link. There is nothing that you need to pay for. No. Come and enjoy and share this with your family and your children, because these are the kind of things that Mr. Ashmufara is building for children, because our children are not safe. They're not healthy with what we see in the world. So we want to do this. Thank you so much, John, for saying that. Yes, thank you. And Nancy says, greetings to all my brothers and sisters. Welcome to hashtag One Global Movement. And of course, our sister Ruth Pace is here. Please let us make it to O Connect. We're going to start making sure that we migrate everyone, especially our staunch supporters here that have put their heart and soul into helping children. We're going to make sure that we migrate. At the same time, let us come to O Connect, please. Okay? And I'm going to be posting it all over, and they'll post it in the back office as well. But when Brady succeeds in making the StreamYard or the YouTube link, we will be on it for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we just click and migrate to O Connect. Okay. Yes. So we're going to be having about 2 flyers until we migrate everyone successfully. Thank you so much. And Tarunja is here. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you so much, Tarun, for your contributions. Your presence is highly appreciated. Thank you. And uh, Levi and Juanita, hello. I hope you will be able to attend our O Connect webinars. We will continue our YouTube live for now, but just to give the link for O Connect. And remember, 1 p.m. It's what we want to do with O Connect. For now, 8 p.m. is still going to be YouTube and StreamYard. Why? Because O Connect is not yet streaming to YouTube. Because if we don't do that, the kids, a lot of families are now focused on watching One Global Movement videos on YouTube. We don't want to disappoint those kids, because these kids, some of them are trouble kids, some of them are emotionally down. If they don't see those things, they start calling me, they start writing to me, they start sending comments, and I will really want that, make sure that 8 p.m. stays. But when things will go well, we want to be able to stay only on O Connect, because that's what we want to share with the world. And as time goes on, by the grace of God, the way One Global Movement is being planned to run, we will eventually eliminate the 8 p.m., but go only with the 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, because it's internet based. We can do it anywhere in the world, because the essence is to build a One Global Movement radio station that will serve children worldwide, because media is very important. Media is what we use to disseminate information all over the world, but positive information, not the negative news that our media is putting into our children's faces and in their psyche every day. So that is very, very important. And we're going to be doing that. So thank you so much. And Nancy said, I'm still under the weather. Hopefully I will get better during the week. Yes, you will. Keep yourself warm and consuming a lot of warm liquids. I think that will help a lot. Will loosen up things. All right. Thank you so much, Nancy. We are praying for you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. I'm getting some good remedies. Good. Good. That's good. Happy to hear that. And the managing director says, hello, Tarunja, help us spread the word that we are transitioning to O Connect. So we are still on YouTube for now, but we will migrate to O Connect. Yes, yes. All of us, please, we have a role to play. We have to start inviting people, really being serious, because what we put in is what we're going to get out. So let us build this family so strong, because when the time comes, we will also be the ones to be reaching to this family with the resources that One Global Movement is going to be helping children with. So let us begin to do that, encouraging people, and they attend when they can, right? When you are healthy, your family is healthy, they are happy, and they've eaten, then you can attend, right? Very important. So hashtag Ashmufara, hashtag on passive, hashtag Dr. Mundih, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Speak with Heart. Thank you so much. And Ruth says, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Ashmufara, hashtag on passive. I think this hashtag are so beautiful because AI is taking them so friendly and nicely. Yes, everything in life happens for a reason. Someone invited me to Unpassive. Look now, I have a wonderful family where we are free to speak with our heart in putting together, in uplifting our children. Yes, yes. Somebody extended that to me as well. And oh boy, we are here today. And if you can help someone, please refer them to someone that can help. Together we are strong. No kids left behind. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And it feels good when you help someone and you see the smile on their faces. Wow, it's a wonderful feeling. I can't give up. I will continue to do this until the end. Oh, thank you so much. That touches my heart. Thank you so much. Where there is love, there is life. Yes, yes, Yes. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you guys so much. See all of us tomorrow on O Connect. Please let us do that. We who are the staunch supporters here for children, then we keep helping other people to do the same. We need people here, but we need quality. People that will put their heart and soul into investing in children, not people that are coming to promote themselves or their businesses, because we want to focus on children. It has to be clean, it has to be safe, it has to be everything. And then eventually, what we're going to do is we start promoting the businesses, because whatever business you're doing, we can also promote it here, because those businesses are being done to help children, but we have to do it in an orderly manner, and we have to talk about it because we need to know what we're doing. Because promoting what you're doing is also promoting the children that you have and the ones that you're going to be serving, right? So all of those things, one global movement. That is why we say we're building the child as a round child, an all-round child. We're building the child as a whole, because the child is connected to all of these facets to build that child as a whole child. So thank you guys so much. From my end, I wish you guys a good night, but we're going to play our, did we play? We didn't play our anthem. Let us play it at the end here. I guess we didn't play it. Okay, now we're going to play our anthem, and then we're going to close. And Mr. Barilla, prepare to be singing on O Connect when you want to sing, okay? We need to do the natural things sometimes and also alternate the music. But our international anthem is what we cannot alter. We leave it that way, but other music, we need to look for variety. I encourage everyone, if you have anything that is ears for us and our children, bring it here. But let us also be mindful of copyrights, because I think I'm trying to be mindful now, because they are not coming after One Global Movement. Now later on, when they know that the apples are falling, they come after you because they want to get a taste of those apples. But so we have to be mindful. And we're waiting to compose our own One Global Movement music as well that we can play. So thank you guys so much. And always remember to stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is the best
Wait,
thing I have
I'm
ever.
sorry. Let me play this.
We are here. We are on the path. Shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution. Lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. Oh, it's a winner, it's a winner.
The dancing queen is on. Nancy's on.
Bringing hope, shining lights. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one hope. Bringing solutions, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. It's a winner, it's a winner, it's a winner. It's a winner.
Thank you guys so much. I want to thank you, especially to our managing director, for the great ideas that you have us discussed today during that meeting. I so appreciate you, and you're taking the steps now to make sure that that is happening. And we're going to continue to do that. If there are any webinars, you guys let us know. Let the managing director know, or me, or any of our regulars here, that we can attend, so that we can start presenting the mission and the vision, the objectives of One Global Movement, because we need good people to join us here, because the work will be lighter on us as we move along and when we begin to contact these children. So thank you so much, Mr. John Barilla. You are doing a wonderful job, and may God bless your soul and to give you the health and the strength that you need to um, help One Global Movement move forward and to reach every child in the world. We love you, and I love you all, and have a good night, have a good day, and we will see you on O Connect at 1 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, I love you all. Bye-bye.